Hello, this is Ron Borg again with a great cryptocurrency video for you, and this is our second installment in Bitcoin 101. And this was entitled Buying Bitcoins, Places to Purchase Bitcoins in the USA Abroad. How can you get Bitcoins, especially in the USA? Well, let's say you have $500 in cash and you want to buy $500 worth of Bitcoins. Where do you go and how do you do it? We mentioned integrated wallets. The BitPay wallet is integrated with Glidera, which you have a connected bank account to that, which is verified with your ID and stuff like that. And you make a purchase, and within 1 to 4 days, as soon as the wire transfer clears, your wallet is funded with the Bitcoin. The Coinbase wallet also works the same way. It takes 7 to 10 days depending on the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. But there are fortunately other ways to get Bitcoin, but they'll cost a little more. No one's going to convert cash to Bitcoin for free. It's just like foreign exchange. When you go out the country, let's say you need British pounds to a dollar, they're going to charge a premium when you come back to America or when you go to England. It's just going to happen that way. And whenever you're doing this, whenever you're buying Bitcoins, I want you all to remember this site and make it your best friend. Preev, P-R-E-E-V, which is right here. It will give you the latest price to the US dollar. So the minute that website opens, it's real simple. It just says 1 Bitcoin equals US dollar. And you can change it to whatever currency you'd like on the side there. To British pound, euro. I think that's it. I want to talk to you about Bitcoin ATMs. Is there really such a thing? Well, Bitcoin ATMs are slowly appearing in grocery stores, convenience stores, airports, all around the USA and the world now. They work similar to a bank ATM. You can deposit cash and get Bitcoin. Some of them will read your debit card. A great place to see if there is one near you is go to coinatmradar.com. There's also several apps on smartphones that you can download that will locate the nearest Bitcoin ATM for you as well. Some machines can only sell Bitcoin. Some machines can buy Bitcoins back and give you cash. It just depends on what kind of machine they have. And here's a guy standing next to a Bitcoin ATM. That's what they look like, just in case you were wondering. The second way you can get Bitcoin is through local meetups and peer-to-peer sales. Now, what's a local meetup? Well, you can check online for local Bitcoin Facebook pages and groups. For example, if you're from Los Angeles, look up Los Angeles Bitcoiners, Los Angeles Bitcoin Trade, such things as that. Craigslist also works. Other social networks like Pinterest, Twitter. Just brainstorming here, but buyer beware. You don't know who you're dealing with all the time, and the person on the other end may not be, they may not have your best interest in mind. You can also check newspaper ads, other classified websites like Backpage, eBay. I've even seen people selling Bitcoin on eBay, Google Hangouts, and Reddit. But this isn't really the best way to go because there's always a high risk of getting scammed. So just be careful. Let's go into peer-to-peer sales. This website's called localbitcoins.com. Local Bitcoins is a peer-to-peer online marketplace where people are looking to buy and sell Bitcoins. Because individuals set their own exchange rates, fees may vary, so just always look for the cheapest if possible. There's many ways to pay. Some of them take many different types of gift cards, prepaid debit cards, cash deposit, PayPal, Skrill, credit cards. You just got to search for yourself. There's many different ways to pay. There's medium risk, but there is a feedback system, kind of like eBay. So if someone does a trade with somebody, they give them positive feedback or they give them negative feedback if they were scammed. People that are scammers are usually deleted from the system. So I think your risk there is kind of low for getting scammed. And while it is called local Bitcoins, it isn't necessarily local. Sometimes what it tries to do is pair you up with someone near you so that you, if you want, you can meet in person and do the trade yourself that way. But you're free to trade with anyone that's not near you. The next peer-to-peer sales website is Paxville.com. It's rather new. It's one of the newer websites, and it's becoming more popular than local Bitcoins. And it works much the same way. The only difference is it has a much more attractive layout and a more user-friendly, easier interface to use. Everything else is virtually the same, so there's not much difference there. LibertyX. LibertyX is a Bitcoin purchasing service, and you can look them up and find their locations at libertyx.com. Instead of going to a Bitcoin ATM, you can see the cashier at a convenience store or whoever is hosting this, sometimes prepaid phone shops. They print out a piece of paper, like a paper wallet, to scan into your wallet, or they give you a PIN code after you call a certain number, and it sends the Bitcoin to your wallet. Fees are moderate. The only problem is there's limited access right now, so there's not too many places that it's available. Now let's talk about Purse Amazon. I'm going to probably be doing a follow-up video just on Purse and a couple of other methods here in this video, just to give you a nice walk around on them. But Purse is a website that's connected with Amazon.com. They are not affiliated, well, they're affiliated with them, but they're not a part of the company. People who are looking to sell their Bitcoins post their Amazon wish lists or gift registries on Purse. You can just buy Amazon products there at a 15% discount using Bitcoin. Or you can purchase items on people's wish list, and in return they give you the amount of Bitcoin that you agree to. This is basically goes under the category of a peer-to-peer site, except you're actually buying a product for them in cash, and they're giving you the Bitcoin in return. And just like a peer-to-peer site, users make their own exchange rates, so try to choose the cheapest you can find. The other drawback, but not necessarily a drawback, but when you're a beginner, you start off at level 1. And with level 1, that determines how much you can purchase. I don't remember the exact guidelines. We'll get into that when I do that video. But level 1 means that you can purchase, let's say, between $1 and $500, and only one item. Once you get the feedback, then you go up to level 2, which lets you choose 2 items between 500 and 1,000 maybe. And then you need like maybe 3 more people to give you feedback, and then you go to level 3 and level 5 and etc., etc. The more you purchase, the higher your level gets, and that follows your feedback level as well. And that's what they also have a feedback system, and the tracking system for the packages is integrated with Amazon. So if you purchase a product for somebody, they're going to ask you for the tracking number, and it's tracked within the Purse website, so the person always knows where it is. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can get Bitcoins in as little as 1 day, if it's same-day shipping. So this is a pretty fast way to go. Virwox. Now this is an interesting website, virwox.com. You are going to encounter very high fees at this site. Virwox is a virtual world exchange. Apparently there's a group of people throughout the world that belong to this website, and it is a virtual reality community. They have their own cryptocurrency they call Linden Dollars, which has the abbreviation SLL. And they actually have terminals, or SLL ATMs, I guess, around Europe. I know nothing about it. I haven't really looked into it. But you can get Bitcoins from this site. Anyway, it is a complex process. First, you got to deposit US dollars, euros, or British pounds into the website itself. You can do that using PayPal, Skrill, or a credit card. After that, you need to buy Linden Dollars first. Then you need to exchange them for Bitcoin by buying the Bitcoin with the Linden Dollars. You can't go from US dollars or British pounds or Euro dollars to Bitcoin. You have to buy Linden Dollars first. Because of this, there are very high fees. First of all, when you use a PayPal credit card, to fund the regular currency, you're going to be charged a percentage there. Then there's 2 trading fees. When you go from US dollars to Linden dollars, and then from Linden dollars to Bitcoin. And after that, there's a withdrawal fee. So you're going to, this is a fast way to get Bitcoin, but you're going to pay for the convenience in the long run. You have to, just like all of these sites I'm telling you about, there's a verification process. So you'll probably need to forward up a driver's license or have a verified PayPal account. Just follow their directions. It's an easy process, and they're trustworthy. It's just going to cost you more because it's a much faster but more complex system. So to wrap this up, it is still possible to buy Bitcoin in the USA, but it's just a little bit more challenging and more expensive than in any other places. The main reason for that is the banking system in America doesn't favor intangible goods, meaning I can't touch it, I can't feel it, then I can't back it up. So banks are a little wary about that. That's why PayPal doesn't like dealing with Bitcoins either. All the links to everything that I described in this video are in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube, or they are in the handout that you downloaded. Any other helpful resources are also linked there too. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. By now you should at least have one Bitcoin wallet and know at least one Bitcoin address. By now you should have purchased at least 150 in Bitcoins, or at least have them on the way. Get as much as you can. Because next we're going into the real part of the deal. We're going to invest to multiply on your Bitcoins and make you some money. So by following my step-by-step instructions, you will not go wrong, and you will be watching me do the same thing I tell you to do.